circulation figures.
What's going on, Nick?
Well, we're getting Mr. Barton's office ready.
Boy, he sure got you guys hopping. I've been waiting 6 months for a desk calendar.
Yeah, still want it, do you? So much time has passed now, I figured you might as well wait till next year's comes out.
Boy, this guy Barton is really going first class.
Hey, you guys are heading the wrong way. Barton's on the 8th floor.
Yeah, well, this stuff is going out. Kitchen is ordered all for him, but all he wants is a metal desk and some filing cabinets. You'll figure it.
See you in January, Nick. I'm not sure exactly what to expect. I've never worked with a paper doctor before, Mr. Barton.
Mike, please. The term paper doctor has certain unpleasant connotations, Lou. I prefer media consultant.
I don't know what to expect from a media consultant, Mike.
Well, what we do first is run some tests, diagnose what's wrong, prescribe treatment, and finally we stay with you until you're back on your feet. Whatever you do, it sure was impressive back east with the Courier. Oh, the Courier had no place to go but up. I wouldn't expect such... Our target market, 18 to 39-year-old women.
What do we do? Give away 18 to 39-year-old men?
Maybe if we all knew specifically what you had in mind.
Okay. Let's take Metro, for example, Lou. We tried something in Houston, got a good response, and it's even more appropriate here.
Single in Space City. I don't think people in Los Angeles would be interested in what it's like to be single in Houston.
No, but they care about what it's like to be single in L.A. It's a youthful topic, it's got zest, it's got verve, excitement, and it's aimed at the readers we're looking for. Yeah, but isn't this really for our Today section? Charlie, research has confirmed again and again that you get people with page 1. Now, all I'm suggesting is that we look at this as news, an investigative approach with your best city-side reporters.
Singles? Come on, Lou. I'm in the middle of 3 real stories.
Apparently the definition of real is being expanded.
This is interesting. Your chances of meeting an astronaut in Houston bar are 10 times greater than your chances of meeting an astronaut in a bar in Albuquerque.
Now that's the kind of in-depth reporting I want from you two.
Lou, this is all fluff. It's full of generalities and opinions and adjectives like zippy and zingy.
Well, we'll just have to do better, won't we? Look, I have it on good authority that we haven't been pursuing 18 to 39-year-old women enough.
Lord knows I'm doing my best.
Look, singles is big business. Let's come at it from that angle and see if we can keep our zippy adjectives to a minimum.
I could take a look at video dating.
Video dating?
Yeah, they put you on videotape. You pick a girl, they pick your pocket. I've seen the ads really slick. You know they gotta be taking in big bucks.
That's a good place to start. Billy, what interests you?
I refuse to do a singles bar, Lou, not after looking for Mr. Goodbar.
What about computer dating?
No, that might be okay.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we can say we gave it a try.
Hi, welcome to Close Encounters. I'm Alan Ingram. Joe Rossi. Joe. May I call you Joe? And this is the Dennis Price. Hi. Have a seat. Look, Mr. Ingram, I'm a reporter from the Tribune.
Oh, good paper.
Thanks. You single? Hey, wait a minute. I'm here for a story, not a meaningful relationship.
Or would you feel cheated if you went away with both?
I don't have time for both.
Ah, not many people do. That's why we're doing so well.
Look, Mr. Ingram, I may not be Robert Redford, but I think I can get a date without help from Sony.
Look, you want the real story, don't you? Now, join us for a couple of weeks. You too. Believe me, Joe, this is a unique experience. You can only understand it from the inside.
I'm getting a funny feeling. Did I ever buy a Corvair from you?
You guys are determined to unearth a monster here, aren't you? Look, I'll tell you what. Dig one up, and I'll refund your membership. Fair?
Fair.
This really has been fun. You know, I always thought those computer dating things were a bad idea. They seem very inhuman. But I'm really glad I came. I enjoyed meeting you.
Same here.
Thank you. I wonder what the odds were of me meeting somebody nice.
Yeah, I wonder. Look, you're very nice, too. As a matter of fact, you're more than nice. You seem to be a bright person. Sounds like you have an interesting job.
Hold it. Do I hear a butt coming?
It's just that these things don't always work out, you know? I don't want to waste your time. The next guy that calls might be a perfect match, you know?
Let me just tell you something. I happen to be a reporter with the Los Angeles Tribune. I'm doing a story about singles, and this was all just part of my job.
Sure, okay.
I am a reporter. I am doing a story about singles. I wasn't even trying.
I grew up in a big Italian family. You know how it is. Brothers and sisters all over the place, talking, yelling. Nobody could hear me. I had to write.
What would you be if you couldn't be a reporter, Joe?
Dead. I'd be dead.
Dead?
What I mean is, there's just nothing else I'd rather be. I'm one of the lucky ones. I love what I'm doing.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Oh, you got me to say all that stuff.
Well, reporters aren't the only ones who can do a good interview, you know. We'll make your tape available to 300 women. It's a good interview, Joe. You really come across.
Yeah, you were really cute. I'd go out with you.
Someone's still here.
Sure, Mr. Barton. He's here every night. I just figure he gets paid by the hour, too.
Memo to sports. Good coverage NCAA rule. Why are we burying the cheerleader controversy? With so many bodies to choose from, why did we go for headshots?
Well, I thought exactly.
Oh, hello.
Mr. Barton, I'm impressed. Good night now.
Thank you. Good night. Memo to Lou Grant. Sorry you haven't had time to answer my phone calls, but I know how busy you are. Just...
Who's the fairest one of all? Snow White, of course. And who has the fairest video deal of all? Pillsbury. Because when you buy Walt Disney's masterpiece Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and select Pillsbury products, Pillsbury will send you a $5 refund. That's fair, isn't it?
You've heard of finger sandwiches. Well, this is not one of them. This is a two-fisted job. Ham, sausage, or bacon, all with cheese and eggs. I think you really like it. Try it. Let me know what you think of it. Taste that country goodness.
When we heard there's a hot cereal with crunch, we said great. But how? Then we tried Grape Nuts cooked hot. Just add milk and pop it in the microwave.
60 seconds for a little crunch.
I want a big crunch.
30 seconds for a big crunch.
We thought all hot cereals were the same.
Mushy.
Yeah.
But not Grape Nuts cooked hot. All that warm goodness plus that hearty, nutty crunch make it taste so different, so good, so...
Now Mom's getting mushy.
Yeah.
Discover Great Nut cereal cooked hot. Finally, a hot cereal with crunch.
Excuse me, I see you use a scoopable cat litter.
Why, yes, I do.
You ever have an odor problem from those broken cloths?
Why, no. What? Well, I guess so.
Looks like you need new, stronger clumping Fresh Step Scoop. Now, the leading scoop's only new Fresh Step Scoop has 100% scoopable clay for good, solid, sturdy clumps. So you can scoop odor away. Now, isn't that fresher?
Mm-hmm.
New Fresh Step Scoop. Now you've got the scoop on freshness.
Did you ever think you'd find a light syrup that tasted better than a regular? Well, you can just stop looking, cuz with Aunt Jemima, now you're cooking. Not only does Aunt Jemima Light taste better than Log Cabin Regular, it's got more maple in it. And my grandkids think that's cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you want more maple, you can just stop looking. With Aunt Jemima, now you're cooking. It's got more maple in it.
See this can? This is historic soup. That's because it was cooked in the past. You just reheat it. Now this is new kettle creations. Delicious soups with pasta and beans. See the window? For homemade taste you cook up fresh in 30 minutes. In your kitchen. In your kettle. In the present. So now you have a choice. You can make history. Or you can make soup. New Lipton Kettle Creations. Soup so good, it's uncanny.
A&E returns to Lou Grant.
Brisk, it's light, it's lively. The newspaper to fit your active lifestyle. The all-new LA Trib. The newspaper with news for people.
Who was it for before?
Pick us up. We'll give you what you want every morning. You won't be disappointed.
She was blonde. And you could tell she had a good figure because she looked like a girl who knew she had a good figure. A real California girl, but mature. You sure got to know her. Well, you know, I really felt like I did.
That's a real Los Angeles experience. Two lights intersect for a moment at a stoplight. Light turns green. By that time, you're in love. And she pulls away. You see the license plate. For Mommy.
This was nobody's mommy.
How do you know? Did you talk to her?
Well, as it turned out, we both got caught at the next signal. So we chatted. I don't know for you. I made some remark. I don't know, something clever. Then the light changed. She made a left, I made a right, and that was it. All the way in, I kept thinking, wow, why didn't I say something more?
Lou, those things never work out.
She was different. I'm telling you, this girl was different. Morning, Lou. Morning.
Morning. That's my thing.
Hey, Rosie, this message was in with mine.
Call Close Encounters already, yeah? See, it just goes to show you. You give the public what they want, they're going to respond. Hiya, Joe 478. Okay, let me write that down. Erin 762. What a beautiful number, 762. Okay, thanks.
Don't hang up. I got talking to.
Dennis wants to talk to you.
Yeah, it's Price, 812. Yeah, go ahead. Donna, 312.
Good for you, man. Well, you got one, too.
Bonnie, 591. Okay. 32. Marissa, 487. Leslie, newspaper you don't have to open to read.
Is that good?
Well, it's interesting.
Well, it certainly is attractive. Oh, I don't know. It's so unsettling. No, I'm suddenly reminded of my friend who's just had cosmetic surgery. Now, I know that she's the same person inside. But no, somehow she's a stranger to me. I suppose she looks better, but I miss my old friend's face.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to. I'll just leave these here and see how they wear on you.
Mike?
Lou?
Maybe, all these black lines are attractive. But, don't your pad legs get dirty with so much ink?
Good point, but only if you lay it in your lap, and that is not the way the fib is going to be read.
You want to give people lessons?
It's just not a problem, believe me. I'm a little concerned with the size of the news hole.
What with all that white space?
We're going to lose some space with any of the new formats, but if we are telling our stories right, the readers will never notice.
Wait a minute.
Telling our story? Isn't that the root of the news business, storytelling? Like the old town criers or the troubadours? They knew how to keep their audience interested.
Maybe you want to put the paper to music.
Look, there's a sexy angle to every story, and we'd better figure out what it is if we want anybody to read it.
Sexy? I don't know.
Oh, I don't mean sexy, seamy, carnal. I mean sexy, vibrant, provocative, fun.
Zingy, zippy.
Sure.
In other words, fit the news to match your ad campaign. Pick us up. You won't be disappointed. Sounds like a breakfast cereal.
Let's be clear on this. We are selling a product, and packaging is critically important, because if we don't package it right, it doesn't sell. And if it doesn't sell, we don't have a newspaper.
Look, I hate this. Maybe this is fashionable. Maybe it's progressive. I hate it. Excuse me, Mrs. Pinchon, I've got to work. Newspaper work.
So, I've been in LA a couple of years now, and it's hard to meet people. Look, can I get out of this? Can we just stop?
I think you're doing fine.
Well, you can keep half the money if you let me get out of this right now and never show this tape to anybody.
After you see the tape, if you still want me to erase it, I will.
There's absolutely no way you'll get me to look at this tape. I heard my voice on a tape recorder once, and I bet with a picture it's even worse. I wouldn't do it again if you paid me.
But you're paying me.
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, I'll watch it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Shouldn't you be sitting down?
No, I'm fine. Oh, my God.
No, I'm sorry. It was my fault.
Don't you watch where you're going? You weren't even going past. How stupid can you get?
Now, wait a minute. I said I was sorry. We better get out of here. You think you pull over the curb?
Yeah, I know I can. The place around the corner.
All right, I'll follow you.
I'll follow you.
Listen, why don't we leave the insurance company out of this?
You got something to hide?
No. I just don't want my rates to go up. You give some estimates, and I'll write a check. Here's my license.
Just take that out of the plastic, please.
You know, you really sound like a cop.
Sorry, it's a reflex. I had to stifle an impulse to throw you up against the car back there and tell you to spread them.
Oh, great. I hit a cop.
That's right.
You know, the French, they know how to make movies. Umbrellas of Cherbourg, Sundays AC Bell. What did the Americans make that compares with Jules et Jean?
Jaws, part 2.
Did you ever see a man and a woman? If you say life can't be like that, then it won't be. I guess it's no secret I'm a romantic.
You call yourself a romantic, yet you arrange the date through a computer?
Of course. I fill out a few forms, drop them into a computer, and let fate take its course. And now you're here. It's perfect.
Fate put you together with a reporter.
Billy, when I was 19, I spent a summer bumming around Europe. One afternoon, I stood in the Prado Museum in Madrid, bewitched by the face of a girl painted in oils 400 years ago. I decided that if I ever saw that face again, I would pursue it until it smiled for me. Grazie, mi amore.
Philip, I'm not the girl in the painting.
You're better. And that's why I want us to spend our lives together.
Mary, before you answer, let me savor this moment while you're considering the kind of life I'm offering you.
Philip, stop just a second. I can't even tell. You could almost be serious.
I am serious.
Could we back up just a little bit? I think we should have said good night about 5 minutes ago.
Don't go. I rushed you. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I forgive you. I thank you. I wish you all the best. Good night, Philip.
I'll call you tomorrow.
I have such a sour feeling about this computer dating thing. First I get rejected. Then after spending the evening with Philip...
You were rejected on a computer date?
Huh? Yeah.
Why would anyone reject you?
It was nothing.
Nothing? A guy who uses a machine to... There's nothing wrong with you, remember that.
Lou.
Okay. Where do we go from here on the Phillips story?
Nowhere, I hope.
You know, beautiful day, isn't it?
I don't know. Let me check the research before I commit.
Guys, good news. The first time out, we have struck gold. Gold? This memo on your Philip story, he is beautiful.
I must have written it wrong. This is a poor, sad guy. He's so afraid he's going to fail as himself that he's turned himself into a composite of all the heroes of every movie he's ever seen.
We can do the story without that little bit of armchair psychology, really.
You don't have to be Sigmund Freud to see that Philip here has a few problems.
Sigmund Freud doesn't read our newspaper, Lou. I'm telling you that a lot of women in this town are in love with the idea of a guy like Philip. They want to believe that guys like Philip still exist. And they're going to buy the Trib to read about him, to look at him, and fantasize about him.
This is the L.A. Tribune, not modern romance.
This is a newspaper with serious financial problems. You change the slant on the Philip story, you got a very sexy piece. One man's fight to bring romance back to L.A. When are you going to see him again?
I'm not.
You are missing a big chance.
I'm not going to keep seeing Philip and toy with him so you can have a sexy feature, Mr. Barton. To you, he may be a way to sell newspapers. He also happens to be a human being.
Maybe if you talk to her.
I agree with her. 100%. No more dates. The story runs as is.
I can see I'm going to have to drag you into the 20th century, Lou. You and the Trib. Kicking and screaming all the way, I'm sure.
And that's the way it's going to have to be, Barton.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
You, wanted to see me?
Yeah, come in. Take a seat.
How's it going?
It's going good. I've been looking at your work. It's terrific.
Well, you know.
Now, don't be embarrassed. You're good. I know it. You should know it. Talent is nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, you know.
I'd like to start featuring your photographs. Telling more stories with pictures. Using the camera as an investigative reporter.
I've been wanting to do that.
You know what always interests me? And what would interest... You ever heard of Myrtle Lindstrom?
Sure, a movie star from the 40s with the great legs.
That's right. She's back in town, and this is where she's staying. I want as many pictures of her as you can get.
Yeah. But, isn't she kind of old now? Trying to dodge photographers is practically her whole career.
Which is why getting a picture of her would be a real coup.
Yeah, but everyone in the world knows she doesn't want publicity.
What she wants and what we want are not synonymous. Millie?
In some Middle Eastern countries, a half hour would be considered on time. Here in LA, I guess you'd have to call it late.
Sorry.
Why don't we just pretend we're in the Middle East?
Great. So, maybe you like my tape.
Well, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
I see something wrong?
No. As a matter of fact, I did like your tape.
Yeah. So yours, too.
Did you like it?
I'm here, right?
Maybe we should just let our tapes meet each other.
Huh?
Nothing.
Look, I'm in kind of a hurry. Maybe we better order meat faster.
Fine. I'll try not to chew. Is this the first date you've ever been on?
Look, I'm at a level with you.
You're gay.
I'm a reporter.
I know you said so on your tape.
I'm doing a story on what it's like to be single in L.A.
And I'm the story?
Yeah.
Okay. I was born on a stormy night in New Brunswick, Maine. The only daughter of a poor but honest lobster farmer.
I know I finished with my singles assignment, but I just found something really interesting. There's a retirement village that evicts you when your husband or wife dies.
Incredible. Why would they do that?
Apparently they think a single person is a threat to the other marriages. Of course, it's not zippy or zingy.
It's not sexy. It's not about women 18 to 39. It's not fun. I love it.
Hi.
Hi. Do I know you?
Well, perhaps if I stopped suddenly and you rammed into me, you might...
That won't be necessary. How are you, Susan?
Let's keep it Officer Sherman, at least until the check clears.
Sit down. Please. Officer.
Thank you. Well, I have the estimates for my car.
I think we ought to just go with the lowest bidder, okay?
No.
No?
No, it's been my experience that you get what you pay for.
But since I'm paying for it, sky's the limit, huh?
I'm willing to go with the middle estimate.
Yeah? Okay. You go ahead with that one and send me the bill and I'll send you a check.
No.
No?
No, you write me a check now. Please.
But the actual bill could turn out to be less.
Less? Are you kidding? When was a bill ever less than the estimate? I'm giving you a break.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100.
Yeah. Are you having a new car built or are you just repairing the old one? You don't want to phone a bank?
No, that's all right. I've got your address. Blue.
Terrific. Drop by any time, Susan.
Bye.
Bye.
Not bad. Where'd you meet her?
I smashed into her car.
That's one way to meet a woman, sure. What kind of car?
VW.
Oh. My father always told me, it's just as easy to smash into the car of a rich girl as a poor girl. Next time, try a Mercedes.
Thank you. My old man was truly amazing. He was a barber. I used to sit in the shop on Saturdays, and he'd introduce me to everyone who walked in and knew all their names. I couldn't believe it.
How old are you?
Oh, 8 or 9. He'd say to me, Joe, learn to remember names. People appreciate it, you make a good impression. He'd say, how do you learn? He'd say, practice.
So did you?
Oh, I practice day and night. I can enter a room full of people, say 50, 60 people, and be introduced to each one.
And you remember all the names?
Not a single one, no. But everything else, phone numbers, faces, everything, but names, forget it.
Uh-oh, it's 3 o'clock.
So?
Well, I thought you were in a hurry.
Nah, I just said that in case I didn't like you.
How sweet.
Hey, you're still here, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm just one lucky gal.
Did I say something wrong?
Look, we seem to be going on fine, and then all of a sudden you pull back near the recorder again. What's the matter with you? I don't know whether we're talking or you're doing a story. And if I'm just a story, let's wind it up right now.
No, wait. The fact is, I don't go out too much. I'm kind of wrapped up in my work, you know? A lot of things that make me a good reporter make me kind of a lousy lunch date, I guess. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Fact is, a lot of times, when I especially want to make a good impression, I screw up. I don't know, maybe I try too hard. But when I'm with someone I like, I get nervous. And I try to cover it up by being a smart guy, I guess.
And is this one of those times?
Yeah.
So you like me, huh?
Yeah. I really kind of like you. A lot.
Here's a nice candid shot. Of course, I couldn't get too close.
Oh, Lord. That the face I pinned up in my locker?
Who's that?
Do you believe that's Marta Lindstrom?
Are you kidding? Marta Lindstrom doesn't let anybody take her picture. She's been ducking photographers for the last 20 years.
Till one photographer didn't let her give him the slip.
What'd you do that for?
Because Michael Barton told me to.
Barton?
Yeah, Lou? What can I do for you?
I just saw the pictures of Marta Lindstrom.
Oh, yeah? We did it.
No, we didn't do it, and we don't do this. Marta Lindstrom's not a criminal ducking prosecution. She's not a politician trying to avoid an issue. She was a lovely lady who wants the chance to lose her beauty with dignity, in private. A privacy this newspaper is not going to invade.
Okay, Lou, I hear you. I'll come by later. We'll talk this over.
Don't bother.
That's right.
¿Gustaría usted un cuarto con baño?
Sí, me gustaría. I'm supposed to wash them, I don't have a room with a bath. Just a minute.
Los cuartos con baño están más caros.
Sí. Philip, I told you...
You told me you didn't want to go out to dinner, so I decided to bring a little snack by. Good stuff.
Blue Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
Oh, it's early. Oh, it's a nice morning.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to run before the smog hardens. What's in it?
I thought I'd make some breakfast.
Oh, that's nice. I don't usually eat breakfast.
Oh. Neither do I. Anyway, I've got to get to work, and you've got to run and get to work, too, I know.
Yeah, well, I do.
So, better get going. Let's see, where's my purse? Oh, there it is. Oh, thank you. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
I guess from here the freeway isn't such a good idea.
No, don't take the freeway.
Okay. I'm probably going to be...
What?
I'm late.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
You probably don't have time for a cup of coffee.
I'd love one.
Oh.
I get it.
Lou, I think you're a tryhard on Metro. But you get a hold of that. You think I'm above bribing the kid in the meal?
Hey, if you ever want to get back on reporting, I'll find a place for you.
Louis, please listen. Barton is headhunting, and he's pretty good at it. In the part of the report on you, he says that you have made Metro into your own little private kingdom. He uses words like parochial and inflexible.
You mean he doesn't think I'm bright and sexy like your new trip?
Oh. Well, how come I always have to do the worrying for you? You're dangling all alone out there on that tree limb. Barton is revving up his chainsaw, and I'm standing like a dope with arms outstretched, hoping like hell I can catch you.
Will you not worry about me? I happen to love a good fight.
That's what I keep forgetting. I don't sleep nights, and you're having a ball.
Stop worrying about me and start worrying about what he's doing to the trip, will you?
That's another thing, Lou. I'm not certain that Barton is altogether wrong.
What?
Do you think the trip is going to look like that in 20 years? I mean, there may not even... That's all. Industry, development, we're moving in on their territory. Those birds are doomed.
I'm sorry, Tony. Are you staying up nights worrying about them, too?
Lou, I worry about all of us ugly old birds. I mean, our kind of newspaper guy is on the way out. I just don't want us to go before our time.
Leave me alone. Philip, romance is something that happens over now. This is it, no more. Yes, it's finished.
Donovan, have you read my video dating story? Because if you haven't, I'd like to take another pass at it.
Unless this girl gets hit by a truck in the last paragraph, I think I like it.
You don't understand. I went out as a reporter with every intention of doing a very professional, very detached expose, and I ended up falling in love with my subject.
I don't blame you. I also love Erin 762. She sounds delightful.
I lost my objectivity. I got too close to the subject. I should have let somebody else take over the story.
You want me to do the follow-up on her?
No.
Rossi, you're not exposing some corrupt official. You're not telling the taxpayers how their money's been spent. You're not even covering a car crash. There's room in the paper to tell this kind of a story.
And you did it better than I thought you could. Congratulations. Thank you.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E. A&E returns to Lou Grant.
Lou, I gotta talk to you.
Hey, Billy, what is it?
I was having lunch in Pershing Square, and this plane flew over trailing a banner that said, "I love you, Billy Newman."
I had nothing to do with it. Sure, I respect you.
Lou, it was Philip, again.
Let's get a talk with him.
I talked, but I don't think he heard me. You realize who this guy is, don't you?
Yeah, he's kind of an immature, fanciful guy.
The kind of person who's bought what we're starting to sell on the all-new Trib. That being alone is some kind of disease. That how you're packaged is more important than who you are.
Like Barton's zippy ideas. They sell in newspapers.
Maybe. But I'm up to here in this guy's life, and I'm sick of it.
No, serious enough. Barton says you've sabotaged the singles feature. Oh, we can't run the singles feature. Not with what you've done to it.
What are you talking about?
The sidebars. The story about the retirement village that evict you when your spouse dies. Suicide statistics on people who live alone.
Those are two good stories.
They're morbid. What the Trib should be telling people is that Los Angeles is a warm town, a friendly place. We had commitments from advertisers, restaurants, department stores to tie into this series. It was going to kick off a whole new Trib. If I hadn't caught this in composing, it would have run.
It is going to run. Just like it is.
No, it is not.
Yes. Thank you. Composing says they can only wait another 15 minutes.
I gave you good stuff to run with Rossi and Billy's pieces. And you bumped it for these downers. Just so we're clear about this. The decision to run Lou's material as opposed to Mike's was ultimately mine.
May I see what Mr. Barton proposed to run?
You bet.
What is this?
That is a pictorial exclusive we have on Martha Lindstrom.
Martha Lindstrom?
These pictures are going to generate interest in the newspaper. Los Angeles will be talking about the Tribune.
Yes, I can see why.
Personally, I find this totally distasteful. The Tribune has always been a quality newspaper. It should stay that way. If you've got a great newspaper that doesn't sell, you don't have a newspaper, Charlie. It may be. But when you have a newspaper that's just cotton candy, it isn't a newspaper either. We are giving people what they want. Sexy stories sell.
You know what's wrong with that? The real stories in this town, the kind of things that affect people's lives, are happening in very unsexy places. In boardrooms, in government offices, in city council chambers. Pretty dry stuff. Lots of people don't enjoy reading it. But it has to be offered to them.
I feel like we've been playing old-fashioned five-card stud all along. And then Mr. Barton is invited to sit with us. And the stakes have gone sky high. We're playing Spit in the Ocean and Deuce is Wild. And suddenly my house is in the pot. And the game has stopped being fun. Since I am the dealer, I suggest we play dealer's choice. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barton. It's been a very stimulating 3 weeks. And we may fail with the Tribune, but we have a better chance of winning when we play the game we know. Get me the composing room.
For me. We meet again. Who says L.A. is the big impersonal city?
I beg your pardon, do I know you?
Well, you don't know my name, and I don't know yours. We met in that traffic jam last week. It was one of those L.A. things. We saw each other, liked each other, but then I thought I'd never see you again.
I don't really know what you're doing.
Then I saw you again driving home. You know, you smiled at me. We even talked. How about the weather?
I smile at a lot of people, and everyone talks about the weather.
But there was something special.
Look, I don't know who you are or what you're trying to pull here, but it's not working, okay?
I'm not trying to pull anything.
This doesn't look like classified.
Classifieds are on the first floor.
So what am I doing on the fourth floor?
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm getting off.
Now the Barton's gone, you must be feeling pretty good.
Great.
Hey, what's wrong?
You ever really want something that you thought you could never have, and then you get it and find out you didn't want it at all?
Oh, sure, like when we finally got our trash compactor.
And you know what's wrong. Instead of a trash compactor, I should have been looking at what was right in front of me all along. I gotta make a phone call.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with an old-fashioned garbage can. Only get plastic. The metal ones are too noisy.
Thanks for the advice, Charlie.
Yeah.
Officer Sherman. Lou Grant. Okay. Susan. I guess that means a check cleared. I'm glad that's all taken care of, but that's not why I'm calling. I thought we could have dinner.
You gonna do another piece on you and the incurable romantic?
No, I've written the end on that little story.
She's still calling you?
He just pushed me too far and I blew my stack. I think maybe I hurt him, but he was being unfair to me. Anyway, I won't be hearing from Philip again.
A wealthy Colombian is gunned down in a posh restaurant.
The DA's suspected drug lord is to blame on Law and Order tonight.
Now join us for Police Story, next on A&E.